Could you provide some additional context by giving us your perspectives on the potential dangers of privileged user access?
Well, the real thing is that it's really hard to detect the anomaly. When is it a privileged user doing what he's supposed to be doing, and when is it a hacker inside your network? You know, they look the same from a perspective in most cases, and that's why it's really critical to find tools to help you identify those anomalies, monitor that activity, and then be able to run analytics after there's a breach or something that occurs to determine what happened and how did it happen and who did it. You know, so that there can be some accountability for the actions that occur. The last point about that is that the people are really worried about this because it's the keys to the kingdom. It's intellectual property, it's client data, it's financial data. You know, it's keys to really critical information within the organization.
And what would you say are the typical bad practices that can cause issues around privileged user accounts?
Sure. So probably the most common is the fixed password. And with that is it's a shared account that's used by multiple people for access to a critical system. You know, the issue with a shared account is that there's no accountability. You're not 100% sure who the user was who made changes or took on some type of activity. With fixed passwords, if they don't change very often, if they're compromised in some way, that person can have access for that infinite amount of time that those credentials are valuable. And that's why it's really important to put tools in place to have individual account access to information, make sure that those are dynamic, and ensure that, you know, the credentials are protected in a manner that, you know, security professionals deem as a standard.